I'm Cindy from bdancewear.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to recreate this skirt. It's a really simple thing to do. First you'll want to pick the item you want to wear underneath. This particular one is a brief. I suggest a brief under this, otherwise you'll sometimes see the bottom of the short, it'll look a little odd sticking out underneath, but it's totally up to you. We have chosen a lace and a mesh and also a fabric trim, or a lace trim. You can find this lace trim in any bridal section. Doesn't have to be this exact one. We started out with white and then we dyed it. So if you can't find the color fabrics you want, the lace and everything, you can pick ones that can be dyed and create the whole thing in white, then dip the entire thing into whatever color dye you're looking for. Make sure and test out the color with the pieces before you do everything so that you know that they're all dyeing in the same color, that they're not picking up more blues or greens or something differently. So do a test before you do everything. So this particular one right here, we've cut out, I used some recycled paper. It's a great way to make patterns. Almost a diamond shape, but then we just cut the tip off up here. Gives room to gather up and put them on the skirt. So you'll cut out your pattern piece, figure out how long you want these triangles to be. They might droop a little bit. Do remember, if you dye the thing afterwards, it could shrink up a little, but that's easily fixed by some Downy wrinkle release and a steamer, and it'll help stretch out that length back to the original form. So I have cut a bunch of pieces that are in that diamond shape. I'm using blue because it'll be a little bit easier on here to show you. You're going to want to take your thread, and that top piece that was cut off, you're just going to want to gather that up. I'm going to go back through real quick. And then what you'll do, you can machine stitch this all into place, but if you machine stitch it, just remember to stretch the briefs as you go so it doesn't make it a size that won't work. So then you'll sew these on into place. Super easy to do. You can hand stitch each one, like I said, or just line them all up and machine stitch as you go. Then after you've sewn those into place, kind of alternating, another thing you want to think about, the heavier pieces, the lace pieces. Do you want them straight like this? Make sure they look even when they're on, or you can have them on the sides. Depending on the look, pin it on the girl, kind of look at it before you sew everything down. So once you've sewed all the triangle pieces into place, now remember, this does not stretch. So either you got to stretch the briefs with it when you sew it into place, or what you can do is you can just, I would use the center back as the spot where you're going to sew it together. Tack it into place all the way around. Make sure you cover up the stitching where you've gathered all these triangle pieces, and then in the back you can sew it. Now put it on the girl, make sure that it lays kind of flat while it's on her. Make sure that these pieces are in a place that looks right. Do you want them on top of the lace, or do you want them like in between the lace? So take a look at that, decide what you want, and then you just simply sew the back. Now, something I could suggest to make it easier to get on and off is that when you get to the back, if you have some sewing skills and know how to sew on snaps, what you can do is you just get to the end. Let's cut this so I can show you. When you get to the end and you've tacked it into place in the front exactly where you want it to be, leave the back few inches open. I'll show you like this. So sew it into place here and here, but leave this part open so it can cross over and you can sew a snap into place. So when the girl goes to put it on, you open it up, giving a little bit more room, and then it just comes back over and snaps right into place like that. It is really that easy to make this particular skirt. So play with it, enjoy it, have fun, and just be creative.
Thank you for watching our video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure and click here to subscribe, because we're going to have some amazing DIY videos coming out. And if you want to get our free complete dance costume DIY guide, click right here, or go to bdancewear.com/DIY guide. And lastly, if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching our video, and remember, be original, be colorful, bdancewear.com.